I posted that last video. The voice-to-skull technology being used on me has amplified. Indeed, there are several networks using voice-to-skull technology on me, including the Russian state and the British government. So it's all very interesting indeed. The British government do not want the truth about devices to ever see the light of day, because it's a crown-protected paedophile ring. The Russian government don't want me to see the light of day, because they've had enough of me fucking them around, supposedly. Indeed, I was never fucking them around. They were fucking me around. So it's very interesting to consider the fact that the Russian intelligence services are now claiming I was fucking them around. They were fucking me around. I was never fucking them around. I was remotely controlled by them for several years. I wasn't fucking around with them at all. They were fucking around with my head. It's all interesting to notice, as this video diary goes on, I'm going to explore further the Soviet connection, but only in relation to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst connections. So I don't really have too much interest in exposing Russian intelligence operations, apart from when they are coordinated by Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operatives. So it's all very interesting to consider. My intention is not to have fucked over the Russians at all, but I don't have any loyalty to the Russians. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, devises people wish I was working for the Russians, because then they'd have legitimate cause to obliterate me, basically. Indeed, the truth of it is that devices is a crown-protected paedophile network. Indeed, the majority of the town are involved in the operations coordinated from Wiltshire Police Headquarters that I've explained in several previous videos. Indeed, I don't believe I need to reiterate what is going on in devices, because I believe I've explained it rather well across the course of this channel. Indeed, the British intelligence services are divided on this issue, because it's all a matter of extreme national security. Indeed, my YouTube now poses a risk to national security, because devices are fearing reprisal, which they should be. It's still very interesting to consider that the majority of devices residents are child rapists. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the devices people will do anything to cast me as a Russian agent, and therefore state that I am touting disinformation for the Russian state. But the thing about that is, it's not true, and the Russian state wants to terminate me completely. Indeed, the Russian state wants to kill me. Putin himself has issued a directive to end my life by 11 p.m. tonight. So it's all very interesting to consider. This may be one of the last videos I ever make. Indeed, I technically have potentially 4 hours and 55 minutes left of life. Indeed, when in that time, a Russian hit squad operating out of Salisbury may terminate me. Indeed, the Russian intelligence services have simply had enough of me, because I'm so annoying. So it's all very interesting to consider. The Russian intelligence services want me dead. The devices are trying to make out I'm working for the Russian state, which is hogwash. I don't work for governments. I work for myself. This is the thing. I have no allegiance to the British government either. However, I am a British citizen, and I have loyalties to certain networks of people in England of Anglo heritage, and that's all. So technically, I am a British operative, though not part of a government licensed network. My only loyalties are to select networks of people of British heritage in Britain. This is the thing. Devices must be exposed for what it is. Devices must be told that they cannot continue their operations anymore. Otherwise, the internet is going to continue to be pumped full of information about what devices are up to. Indeed, this includes the activities of Walter Rose and Sons Butcher Shop, i.e., the paedophile run organ harvesting network owned by the Harris family. Interesting these days, the Harris family apparently own the Walter Rose and Sons Butcher Shop. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, this network operating out of Walter Rose and Sons Butcher Shop kidnap homeless people across the country and transport them in Walter Rose and Sons Butchers vans to devices where a network of creepy Masonic butchers sacrifice the homeless to their demon gods and then sell their meat as pork in the butcher's shop and sell their organs via networks of the Albanian mafia operating out of Salisbury. So it's all very interesting to consider the interconnectivity between the Albanian mob, who are, as I've stated, the British police's pet project, and this network of creepy butchers, many of whom are not actually initiated Freemasons, but carry out Masonic ceremonies in the basement system beneath Walter Rose and Sons Butcher Shop, and worship, interestingly, the god of the faith of Ishmael. Indeed, the butchers have converted to Islam, which is all very strange. Indeed, there seem to be a lot of networks of people, including the British police, who have secretly converted to Islam. Apparently because they're scared of me. It's all very interesting because my target is not actually the adherents of the faith of Ishmael. So it's all very interesting. A lot of adherents of the faith of Ishmael are actually wondering, why are these devices creeps trying to insinuate themselves into our culture? So it's all very interesting to notice that the devices butchers have converted to Islam. It's all very strange. Indeed. That's all very odd indeed. Because my target is the butchers, not the faith of Ishmael. So it's all very interesting indeed. I've created a lot of smoke screens over the years. And indeed, because I am a highly delusional individual, I've got lost in the smoke screens that I myself have been creating. So it's all very interesting to note that a lot of the time I haven't actually had a clue what's going on. But I know that there is a higher mission. And that mission was always to expose devices for what it was, i.e., a big pedophile ring interconnecting with organ harvesters and rapists. So it's all very interesting to consider the fact that this was never a Russian operation, and indeed Putin himself has issued directives that I must be dead by 11 p.m. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the Serbian mafia are expected to be involved in the logistics of carrying out a hit on me within the next 5 hours. Indeed, the Serbian mafia are also expected to be involved in gang raping local girls who have noticed me. So it's all very interesting to note that all of these networks who are my enemies are now attempting to conduct a huge operation. Indeed, the directives from Vladimir Putin himself have stated that my organs must be sold on the black market via Albanian mobsters. So it's all very interesting to note that all of my enemies are now coming together, i.e., devices, Wiltshire Police, the GIU, and the Serbian and Albanian mafias. These networks are all enemies of mine, and they all want to see me chopped up and sold to the Mulruhi family, apparently. Indeed, the Mulruhi family of Belgrade are Belgrade Turks and operate for the Dombe cult. So it's interesting to consider that they want my organs sold to that particular family. This means that another of my enemies, i.e. the Dombe cult, are involved in this grand operation to have me killed by 11 o'clock this evening. However, I have a funny feeling I may be able to dodge this bullet. So it's all very interesting. Indeed, I have never, ever been working for the Russian state. It is all very entertaining, considering at times, due to my delusions, I started thinking I was, but I wasn't. That's the thing. A lot of the things I've expressed have been due to the remote mind control being implanted in my brain by Russian networks and British intelligence, interestingly. Because these British intelligence networks that are out to get me are connected to Grenville Lodge, which was the first network I ever exposed on this channel, basically. Indeed, the first network I exposed on this particular channel was Grenville Lodge, but Grenville Lodge have known I've been exposing them since 2013. So it's all very interesting, but things seem to have ramped up in terms of the intelligence agencies targeting me since I started this channel. Because we've been on a bit of a journey on this channel. However, I feel I am reaching a conclusion. Indeed, my loyalties are to British mental patients and British girls, not to anyone else at all. So it's all very interesting to consider. I don't believe that the British male population likes me very much, but I don't care. They're all interconnected with paedophile rings and Faith of Ishmael networks and stupid gangster networks. So I don't really have any interest in the British males. Indeed, I do not trust a lot of the British males around the British girls. So interesting. Some of the older generation are fine, but these younger guys, kind of late teens to 25, 26, are really despicable people, which is what originally saw me looking for allies in networks abroad at certain points over the years. Indeed, there's something wrong with Britain, something seriously wrong with Britain. And this is because of the activities of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst and inculcating people into basically a large satanic child ritual abuse ring. Indeed, if we look at the statistics of British males involved in these satanic ritual abuse networks, in Warminster there are about 48% of males between the age of 18 to 26 who are involved in the ritual abuse of children. And that's a large percentage, but it's not as high as devices. In devices, the percentage is 96%. So it's all very interesting to consider. And I'd have thought because Warminster was located next to a military base that the statistics would be higher than they are. But they're not. Indeed, it's interesting that devices is the highest statistic in Wiltshire, and this is because of the proximity to the Wiltshire Police Headquarters. As the Wiltshire Police Headquarters is running basically the entire child trafficking and child abuse circuit in Wiltshire out of Wiltshire Police Headquarters. So it's all very interesting. Indeed, these networks directly interconnect with the Russian mafia, the Albanian mafia, the Serbian mafia, the Georgian mafia, and various Baltic mafias. Indeed, there seems to be a lot of interconnectivity between the British police and various organized crime networks operating out of the former communist countries. That's all very interesting indeed. It was always theorized that the most important forces in the United Kingdom in this period would be the British police, networks of organized criminals from Eastern Europe, and jihadist networks. So it's all very interesting what it's coming down to. Indeed, this basically like octopus network that I've been exposing is basically a British police ring interconnected with various Eastern European and former communist nation organized crime groups and networks of fundamentalist State of Ishmael adherents who just want to rape young girls. And all of this vast web, this octopus, is being coordinated at the top levels by the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, i.e. the international extraterritorial crime global crime syndicate, ritual abuse network, and human sacrifice ring. Indeed, the British police are entirely in the service of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. There are various networks within the British intelligence community who are aware of this and are attempting to shut them down. It's all very interesting. I seem to have followed the right trajectory with my research over the last few months. Indeed, it's all beginning to piece together nicely in my head. This is an octopus that I am exposing, and therefore I'm risking my life more and more every time I put my face on camera. Indeed, it's interesting that the centre of this octopus seems to be the Wiltshire Police Headquarters in Devizes, and a figure of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst operative, Philip Wilkinson, who is basically running this cartel across Wiltshire in tandem with various networks of foreign mobsters, i.e. the Kurdish mob, who run a lot of the rape gangs, the Turkish mob, who run the opiate syndicates, the Russian mob, who run the purchase and supply of organs, the Albanian mob, who also do that, and the Georgian mob, who run the illicit tobacco sales through Kurdish proxies, and lastly, the Baltic networks, who run the dark web narcotics trade. So it's all very interesting to note that this is a large criminal syndicate coordinated by the British police. And in Wiltshire, this network is particularly awful. Indeed, there are many British intelligence operatives watching this channel thinking, what on earth is going on in that county? As I stated, the Devizes paedophile ring is a Crown protected and Crown licensed ring. So anybody wanting to terminate it is going to run into trouble because, as I stated, the Crown is run by networks of high-ranking Freemasons, operative for the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. Thus, the entire British Empire is now controlled by German Freemasonry. So it's all very interesting. In the last few days, I've really begun to come to a conclusion on how all of this interlinks and how all of this works. And indeed, Vladimir Putin wants me dead, so has sent out a hit squad of Serbian, Russian, and Georgian mobsters that are expected to converge in the town of Warminster at about 8 p.m, expecting me to be in the street, which I will be. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what will happen tonight. Indeed, I have a feeling you will see my face on camera again by tomorrow morning. So everything is good in Willsy's world. However, the voice to skull is beginning to seriously irritate me. Though, as I've stated, everything is good. in Willsy's world. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there.